Good morning, everyone. I know I'm late to the chat. Kept having some issues with connectivity on YouTube's part, but everything's working out now. Should be. This morning I made a trade. Let me get on my other screen here just a minute. Okay, there we go. The trade that I made this morning started at 9:40 and probably within a few minutes it sold, and I made 1,020. So that was quick money. Let's see if that followed. I selected call and put strike prices at the money at 9:35. That's changed. It used to be 9:32, but I made it 9:35. If there is a buy signal or doji at 9:30, avoid trading. Okay, I didn't see any dojis. And I've taken the buy signals away. They're usually just the first green candle anyway. So I'm going to have to revise this and have it say if a doji appears at 9:30, avoid trading. Check support and resistance lines, which is the sub-res indicator. I noticed that there was a bounce off the overnight low, and up here it went through the overnight high. However, there are two things that have to happen. I trade only after the awesome oscillator is below 0 and green, and there is a 5-minute green candle. So right here that happened. It was below green, and it was a green bar there, and then there was a green candle directly above. So that fit all of the parameters. So then I set a sell limit 20% above purchase price, and I set what I call a soft stop, which was an alert 25% below. So this followed my plan this morning, and notice the date on it. It's 2/20. So if you have something that's different from 2/20, I'm going to go ahead and erase all this. So you could make a screenshot of it if you want to. Yesterday was a crazy ride. I ended up, let me go to my specific numbers over here. I started off and I lost $1,784.88. Okay, then I gained 1,015 and another 1,015, but then I lost 1,500. But then I gained 515 and another 515, and I lost 1,024. Gained 495, gained 515, lost 424. So that was good because that was a loss that was less than the others. So that was good. Gained 540 and gained 1102. And at the end of the day, it ended up being about $1,000 that I got. So that was a wild ride. It was 12 trades. I don't recommend doing that because I did have the feeling that I was chasing, but I had a goal and I wanted to reach that goal. And so I was committed to that and doing whatever it took to get there. And so that's what you have to do, is have faith that your plan will follow through. And another thing is the patience, waiting for that to happen. And I did something, I violated one of my rules here. The awesome oscillator was not below 0, it was above 0 and green. But it looked like it was going to go higher. Well, don't go by what stuff looks like, because that's never right. So you have to go by your rules. And if you deviate from the rules, that's when you have problems. And so I had a problem yesterday, but I worked myself out of that hole. But if you have something like, a trading plan like this, I would recommend definitely printing it out. I print 2 to a page and have them right there at your desk, because that way, you're going systematically through each different step. And that's so important, because anything that's missed or messed up with is not going to work. Now, I noticed down below here we have the AO is below 0. However, both of these are red candles. So I'm not going to do anything. And because that's acting so strange and it's below the VWAP, I just wouldn't do anything with that anyway. Okay. Okay, I see that one is watching me right now, and I don't think it tells me who it is. But whoever you are, hi. Okay, that is 10:20, and we had a buy over there on call. Let's see here. I'm not going to do anything with it because the AO is above 0 now. And those 3 previous red candles all have long wicks. And that's very suspicious to me. I don't trust it. Right now it's at 29.80. So sometimes what I do is I put in an amount and see if it reaches that goal, and then I will know that it was okay to take that trade. Well, let me do that. Okay, it needs to get to about 34.90. So I'm going to put an alert for 34.90. Okay, now if it does happen to hit that, I know that if I had taken the trade at that moment, which was right here at 10.20, then I know that if it hits that, it would have made it, because it's just rising fast. And we have the overnight high. Let me see what that is. That is 33.50. So getting beyond that 33.50, which is the blue dotted line, the overnight high, that's the first hurdle. Okay. It's kind of like racing in a way, because when it reaches your mark, it ding goes off like it's the finish line, which is kind of cool. And if we look over at the put side, the right side, we had these two green bars, but there was red candles, and now we've got a red bar. So that one's definitely not doing too hot. For the person that's watching me, I took the SPY and the VIX off because I wanted to have the call and puts bigger so I could see them better. And I look at the SPY on the TradingView platform anyway, so I don't really need to have it again. So that's why I did that. Okay, we just went through that overnight high. That could very well mean that it's going to be resistance and bounce right off of it, because really, until the real body goes above the overnight high, yeah, which it just did that. Right as I said that, it just did it. But then it's retreating back. But that's bullish when it can go through that overnight high and stay that way. So we're about to see if we would have made money if we got in. Yep, we would have. But I didn't take that trade for the reason that the entry point, the AO would be above 0. And so that would have gone against my rule that I have. And the first green below 0, well, we didn't have that right here. It was missing. And this first green on puts below 0, and we had red candles. So even this, this one of those FOMO things, the fear of missing out. Yes, I could have done another 1,000, but it did not fall within my rules. So that's why I did not take it. Okay, since I've only got one person that's watching the trade, I'm going to close out. Boy, that's shooting up, isn't it? I'm going to close out for today. Okay, hopefully, see you tomorrow.